Vroom Vroom race fans, welcome to the Sunday in the Life of a Motorsports Obsessed Pastor. It's time to get ready for church, and we had a really big Sunday. We had a number of baptisms, a new family joining the church, and a pastor I used to work with came to help with that baptism, and it was just a really special day. My wife actually made these s'mores bars. It was my recipe, but they ended up being a pretty big hit at our potluck after church. Yes, I sampled some before church. Got that bow tie on. We are ready to rock and roll, folks. And like I said, it was a really amazing, beautiful Sunday. Had lots of leftovers sent with me home. I mean, about half the tray was eaten because we had lots of desserts, but did have a big old salad bowl, which was kind of nice to take home. I got home. It was time to put on the race. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to watch the IndyCar race at Toronto by the time I got home and was getting settled. It was basically over, and I had a couple things I was dealing with when I got home, so I just really wasn't able to tune in, but I was settled and ready to go in time for some action at Dover Motor Speedway. That's our youngest cat, Alfie, who decided he wanted to join in the fun and watch the race. He usually kind of sticks to himself during the racing, but anyhow. Like I said, tried to watch the IndyCar race, just didn't really work out for me. This was really interesting. I feel like with TNT, we've seen some new advertisements. WhatsApp was new. I'm curious what you guys think of this Ram commercial. It's very rah-rah in your face. I'm glad that Ram and hopefully Dodge will be back soon as well with them. Once again, I'm pleading with TNT, please make the side-by-side bigger. I do appreciate that we are seeing all the green flag action, but please make the side box just a little bit bigger. Something I appreciate about Dover is at the end of long runs, you often see the second place guy chase down the leader. Seabell was all over Chase Elliott as they were trying to navigate through traffic, through dirty air, and all sorts of different circumstances. Then we had a nice battle with Denny Hamlin there chasing down Seabell. Lots of tire wear early on. Kind of crazy to me that they didn't test this tire before they got to Dover. I wonder if that's because of the crazy schedule that's been this summer between Mexico and Chicago and everything else that they've had to do. Is Chase Elliott back? He looked in prime form on Sunday, leading 238 laps. I mean, it seemed like when he was out front, nobody could touch him. But then again, it was not his day. It was really interesting to see him have so much speed, and just in general, Dover seems like one of those tracks where it's either going to be a Hendrick driver or a Gibbs driver win. Speaking of Gibbs drivers, Seabell had quite the day, spinning twice from the lead or from the front. This was amazing that nobody else hit him. I really don't know how. Nobody had ARCA brakes in that moment. All right, we had some shake-up action with some green flag pit stops, which really kind of mixed things up. It, kind of got strung out there, especially with Chase Elliott leading for a while. And look who's back up front, Christopher Bell. After all that spinning with strategy and an untimely caution for the rest of the field, he was back up front. And whatever you do, don't give Denny Hamlin the lead at Dover, because in these last couple of years, he just holds on to it no matter what. But of course, towards the end of that race, we had rain. That was a pretty crazy shower. I wasn't sure if they'd get it back going again, but thankfully they did resume, and we got to see some more racing. But with any late caution in a NASCAR race, it's bound to be wild. With the break in track drying, it was time to put on Secret Life of Mormon Wives, and the race was relegated to the iPad. We got the race back going again and had some pretty wild restarts, like I said, with Christopher Bell spinning a second time. And then we had another Joe Gibbs Racing battle on the front row between Hamlin and Briscoe. It was a really tight, exciting battle at the end between these two. I wasn't sure if Denny was going to be able to hold off Chase Briscoe, but whoa, what an amazing move there where he just barely clears himself, gets free, and races on to the win. Fourth win this season, 58 career wins overall. I mean, this guy just feels like he cannot be stopped. I was really excited to see Denny win. It was nice to see him win and win a lot this year, especially because I feel like he's had some great runs that just didn't end up in victory lane, like the Daytona 500 and some other circumstances that didn't work out. Denny's burnout started off a little bit slow, but then went crazy. I do appreciate how Denny celebrates. He really knows how to rile up the crowd, celebrate with his team, and I love that he comes out in the car and does something fun every single time. With the rain delay, it ended up being a pretty long Sunday afternoon of watching racing, but I enjoyed myself and was happy to see Denny win. Friends, thanks for joining me on A Sunday in the Life.